Alright guys, my name is Face, and today I have something super special for you guys today. I've been wanting to do another one of these. I couldn't really make up my mind on who I wanted to do it with. So as you can tell by the title, today I have another Moveset video. I do have another idea to do this with. I don't really have the what can I say, the right materials, I guess you could put, to do the next one, but I think I do have a good, decent idea for what the next one is. So if you want to see it, tell me, let me know. Well, I'm probably going to do it, to be honest. I always ask if you guys want to see it, but I just love doing certain videos, and I'm probably going to do them no matter what. So, but the first one, the Garchomp one, is doing well, and it has done well, and it is doing extremely well. So I'm gonna make another one. So I'm gonna assume that this one's gonna do well as well, and I'm gonna make another one after that. But as I said, I'm going to be doing a Groudon moveset episode or video, and this one is going to be going over two main movesets again. The first one we have is going to be Swords Dance or Bulk Up. It's to each his own, but mainly Swords Dance, Dragon Claw, Fire Punch, and Earthquake. The next one is going to be Bulk Up, Rest, Fire Punch, Earthquake / Dragon Claw. So I guess the Bulk Up and Swords Dance could be interchangeable on both of them, but the Bulk Up is usually used with the Rest. I'm going to get into why once I discuss the whole rundown of the moveset. So yeah, guys, here we go. Alright, so the first one that I'm going to be going over is going to be the Swords Dance, Dragon Claw, Fire Punch, Earthquake moveset. So here we go. Swords Dance, like I said in the Garchomp video, Swords Dance gives you 2 attack boosts, it raises your attack by 2, okay? So that is going to be insanely good, especially when you're going up against a Kyogre, which is the main thing that you're, I guess, going to be wanting to worry about as a Groudon, because although your sun, the ability Desolate Land, it's called, it has like infinite sun, but if somebody has a Mega Kyogre or Primal Kyogre, you guys have been commenting on me saying Mega Kyogre and Mega Groudon and making me change it to Primal, but I'm gonna say both, I guess. So so Kyogre is going to be your main threat if they have it, because if they swap it in, it's going to cancel out your sun, and it will be able to hit you with 4 times super effective water type moves. So that is going to be a big no-no. You are not going to want to be you're not going to want to take a Surf or Scald or Hydro Pump or Water Spout from a Kyogre. So honestly, from anything, to be honest, but the only thing that should really be able to hit you with a water type move is going to be a Kyogre. So you're not going to want that to happen, because you're most likely going to get one-shotted, especially because your special defense is not as high as your physical defense, and Kyogre's special attack is really high. I think it's like 150 RVs, which is base stats. So yeah, don't want to get hit by that. Then we have these. Okay, so yeah, back to the Swords Dance. You're gonna want to Swords Dance like your first move probably every single turn, because once you Swords Dance, whatever swaps in next, you can hit them with an Earthquake or a Fire Punch or a Dragon Claw, whatever you think they're going to swap into. At that point, it's just a predictions game, but or Rock Slide if you want to use that, but I'm going to be discussing later why I don't suggest using Rock Slide. So where was I? So you're gonna hit them extremely hard with any of those moves after a Swords Dance, which is extremely important, because against a Kyogre, if you're gonna use Earthquake on that swap in, it is going to be major damage, especially with a what's it called, a Swords Dance up. So it's probably not gonna take it out unless you have more than one Swords Dance up. But it's going to hit extremely hard, and if you outspeed the Kyogre, it's going to be taken out. So you won't have to worry about that. That is probably going to be the major upside of this one. Also, when you're not carrying Rest, you have more options for type coverage. So if you don't know, Dragon Claw can be learned by Groudon. It is super useful. It is unfortunate against me personally when a Groudon has it, because it's going to be super effective against my Garchomp, which is another big threat to the Groudon. It's going to be super effective to my Giratina, which counters the mainly the other set if it only runs Fire Punch and Earthquake. And honestly, any Dragon Knight is not going to be a problem anymore if you have a Swords Dance up, because Dragon Claw from it is most likely going to take it out. I know it isn't stab, but it is going to do a lot of damage. So I think that is pretty much all of the pros in that one. Again, Bulk Up, you can use Bulk Up instead of Swords Dance. What that does is it boosts your defense and your attack compared to the double raise in attack from the Swords Dance. So now, on that note, leaving on that Bulk Up, I'm going to swap into the next moveset. So here we go. Alright, so for the second moveset that we have, we're going to be going Bulk Up, Rest, Fire Punch, and Earthquake / Dragon Claw. I will get into that one once we finish with the first three moves. So, Bulk Up, you probably already know just because I just said it in the last clip, but it is going to be one attack boost and one defense boost. Physical defense, not special defense. It's basically a Calm Mind, but it's flip-flopped from special attack or special things to physical things. So we got Rest as the next one. So the combination with this one, obviously it can be ran with Swords Dance, which multiple people do use just because of how good the Rest will be for the Groudon. So the Bulk Up is going to be raising your defense, like I said. So that means that Garchomps or Dragonites or any other physical attackers that you will encounter are going to be hitting you with less and less damage each time. So that means that a Garchomp super effective Earthquake is not going to deal as much damage as it originally would have. So if you do have a decent defense already, if you're good, you're gonna be you're gonna be good if it doesn't take you below half health on that first turn, or else the Bulk Up probably won't pay off in the long run. But you can always swap out and just restart once you take out the Garchomp or whatever physical attacker is going to be hitting you pretty hard. So as I said, it's going to be raising your defense, which means that once you stack up on them, it is going to be doing Earthquake is going to be doing extremely little damage, or an Outrage or Dragon Claw or whatever the opponent is going to be dealing you with. So excuse me. So the Rest obviously is there to heal off all damage done and the status effects, which is honestly extremely overpowered if you run Mint Berry. This is going to be a must, okay? You are going to run Mint Berry if you are going to run Rest. You cannot use a Miracle Berry. I mean, you can, but it's not going to do you good whatsoever, because the reason you have Rest is to heal off damage, but the main reason is going to be to heal off toxic damage or paralysis. But the odds of you getting paralyzed as a Groudon is extremely little, because it is a ground type, which means that it can't be Thunder Waved, Thunderbolt, Thunder. None of that is going to be able to paralyze it. Only like moves like Dragon Breath or things with like a side effect of paralysis is going to be able to paralyze you. So the Toxic is going to be the main reason that you're going to want to use Rest. Mainly, people are going to use a Toxic to take you out, or take out the Groudon, because most people are not going to have like a Kyogre or something to force a swap, meaning that you're going to stay in. You're most likely going to stay in with the Groudon the whole time and just sweep with it. That's going to be your main objective with the Groudon. It is a sweeper. It is strong, and especially with Rest, being able to heal off statuses and all damage. Plus, you can wake up after the Mint Berry. So there's really no point in running the Miracle Berry, because you're just going to heal it anyway with the Rest. So the bulk up, you can just finish bulking up 6 times after you use Rest once, because you're going to wake up and then you can rest again if you really need to, because after you get 6 bulk ups, an Earthquake or anything like that is going to be taken like super lightly. It's not going to deal a lot of damage whatsoever. So maybe doing like a 6th or a 7th of your health each time. I know that sounds crazy, but believe me, it's happened to me multiple times. Well, not multiple times, but in certain situations, it's happened, and I don't enjoy losing to a Groudon from bulk up Rest or a Swords Dance Rest, because it's going to be hitting hard and it's not going to be taking a lot of damage, which is not good, especially if it has a lot of upgrades. It's going to be fast as well, so it's just a real big nuisance to a lot of teams. So then you're going to want to run Fire Punch. No matter what moveset you use, Fire Punch should be on your Groudon. Like, that is a must, just like Mint Berry with Rust is a must. Fire Punch, okay, it's a stab move, which means there's a 50% boost onto it already. B, it's a physical attack move, meaning that Groudon is going to benefit from it most because of its extremely high physical attack. I think it's like 150 base stat for its physical attack, meaning that I mean, yes, you can do the Fire Blast, but in the end, the Fire Punch is going to do the most damage. So what you are going to the reason that you're going to want to run this also is because your ability is the Desolate Land, meaning that the sun is going to last as long as you are in, unless a Mega Kyogre or Mega Rayquaza swap in and cancel it out. So stop barking. So what you are going to want to do in that situation is most likely swap out, but the Fire Punch is going to do major damage even without the sun being there. So then you have the Earthquake or Dragon Claw. The Earthquake, again, is just going to be a stab move. That's basically the only argument you have for that one. But it's also 100 base power, and it doesn't miss, and it's also a physical attacking move, which means that Groudon it's perfectly suited for Groudon, a super strong physical attacker. Earthquake is just used really well with multiple Pokemon just because of its super high base stat, and if it has a decent physical attacking stat, then it's going to do a lot of damage no matter what. So then you have the Dragon Claw. This one is going to be mainly for type coverage. Earthquake, yes, it is going to do heaps of damage to something like a Garchomp, which resists your Fire Punch, or I don't know, like a Steelix, for example. That's not a really good example because you can also Fire Punch it. But it's gonna do a lot of damage to like a Kyogre or something on a swap in, or it's just a really good move to go with. Then you have the Dragon Claw that is going to be super effective against a Garchomp, which kind of defeats the point of having the Earthquake for the Garchomp. But that means that you're also going to be able to hit the Dragonites really hard. I did say that in the previous moveset, but if you're gonna have the bulk up, the Dragonite's mostly not going to be doing that much damage to you. And even if you don't knock it out with the Dragon Claw, you're going to have the defense to cover you, and it's going to back you up in that situation. So you're going to be taking the Dragonite out anyway. It's not going to be a problem. Then you have anything with Levitate or Flying types. You can't hit them with Earthquake. You should know that. But your Fire Punch is going to do a lot of damage to anything like a Gengar with Levitate, or a Zapdos with its Flying type, which means that it's not going to be able to get hit with the Earthquake. So you can do a lot of damage, but if you are going against a dragon type, or like Giratina, Mega Giratina, because normal Giratina doesn't have the Levitate ability, and Dragonite, you won't be able to hit it. They're going to resist the Fire Punch really well, and they're going to take it really well. So the Dragon Claw is going to be the best option for them. So if you think you see like Flying types or Levitate ability more often, I would honestly suggest the Dragon Claw. My personal ideal moveset, I pretty much finished this moveset, so I'm going to go with my personal ideal moveset is going to be the Bulk Up, Rest, Dragon Claw, Fire Punch. Those are going to be my main four. I've yet to test them out personally because I don't have the account, but I have done a few PvP matches on my leader's account, and I do see them frequently in PvP, so that is going to be what I think is going to be the best moveset. Like I said, I didn't say this already, but the Garchomp one, I don't think I said what my ideal set would be, but obviously my ideal set is going to be the one that I've been rolling with since day one on that Garchomp one. If you didn't know the answer for that one. That is just my opinion, though. So this is just my opinion. You can use whatever moveset that you want to use. These videos are basically to analyze them and help you choose which one you want to use and what are going to be the most optimal ones for each situation. So alright, but that is going to be it for the movesets. Now we will go into the last section, which is going to be other type coverage, which is like rock type moves like Rock Slide and Stone Edge. So here we go. Alright, so for the last section, we have why not Rock Slide or Stone Edge. Alright, so this one is kind of debatable. Just like the previous video, like the Garchomp, the last one is going to be a debatable one. So the Rock Slide and Stone Edge are going to be for flying types, and that's basically all it's going to be. I mean, yes, it is super effective. Rock types are super effective against ice types, and also, what else are they super? Bug types, right? But Fire Punch covers both of those, and the main reason here that I'm going for is that Fire Punch in the sun that is also stab is going to do a lot of damage to any flying type other than Dragonite. But if you do run the Dragon Claw, you won't have to deal with that. So it is going to do a major damage to whatever Pokemon is going to be also super effective to Rock Slide. But the reason that you don't want to use the Rock Slide / Stone Edge is going to be because when you can't hit them with that Fire Punch, the Dragon Claw or Earthquake is a 10 times better option because A, Earthquake is stab, and B, Dragon Claw covers all dragon types instead of just the dragon and flying types, which is going to be like Rayquaza and Dragonite, which is basically the only two I think. But it's and Salamence. So yes, they're not going to be able to be hit with an Earthquake, but if you have the Dragon Claw, it's going to do major damage. So that is going to be the main thing. Plus, if you are already set up, like if you have 2 Swords Dances up, or if you have like a few bulk ups, it's going to do a lot of damage. The Fire Punch is going to do a lot of damage no matter what. It's just not going to take it out like the Dragon Claw would. So that is going to be basically the main reason why you're not going to want to use them. Yes, it is super effective against flying types. I know that it can be really good in certain situations, but Stone Edge is super inaccurate, and so and Rock Slide isn't that inaccurate. But I mean, you're not gonna miss on any other move that you're gonna have on your move set. So there's really no point, in my opinion, that there's no reason to use the Rock Slide or Stone Edge. I think it's kind of pointless when you can put much more suitable moves in for it. So, but yeah, that is going to end off the video there. If you did find this helpful, please tell me. I do want to do more of these in the future, so definitely drop a like if you enjoyed. If you are new, it would be greatly appreciated. If you have any suggestions for other Pokemon to use for movesets, or if like you have a predicament and you want me to make a video on it, please tell me. Like, I probably should have said this in the very beginning, because I don't know how many people watch videos to the full video, but do tell me. I'm probably gonna put this in the description. Tell me if you have a suggestion for me, because I will definitely take it into account. And if you do have a suggestion, I will definitely try at least to make a video on it. So I do really appreciate you guys commenting and liking the video. It is really a boost of confidence, but it really lets me know, you know, how things are doing. I really appreciate the support lately. It's been going fantastic. I couldn't be any more grateful for that. But yeah, if you are new, please subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. I don't know if I already said that or not, but other than that, my name is Faints on behalf of Master Guild Server 39, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.